So to the next 9-10 years, if you don't plan on moving on me.
Don't plan on it.
I don't plan on it either.
But excuse me.
Fantastic. Well, anyways, so we've beat this thing
It's a dead horse.
Dead horse. Yeah, that's how we met. That's how the story goes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyways, Dave, what would you like to talk about? What would you like everybody to hear about?
Well, we each have little hobbies. Little, what am I trying to say? Give me the words.
Some activities that we do on our downtime, right?
Yeah, our downtime activities are our passions outside of our work, and when we have the opportunity to work on little projects, we have plenty of little projects that we do. I was going to talk about the fact that, so I've had these headphones since 2005. They're great. They're Sennheiser 280 HDs or HD 280 Pros. There we go. And love them. Was looking at the fact that I really wanted to, I got tired of long cord, and I wanted to be able to listen to my music on my phone and listen to it on Bluetooth. So I had a couple of different options, and I ended up going with this little Fio. I'm not sure what the model is, but I can put it in the description. And it's a great little Bluetooth amplifier and Bluetooth receiver and audio amplifier. And started using it. And I was like, man, I got this 6-foot cord, coil cord. And so I started reading up on, recabling headphones. And was like, man, that could be, that's kind of interesting. Got into a lot of audiophile stuff, which I was like, no, I don't really plan on spending like $1 a foot on cable, or $10 a foot on cable, or on and on and on. A lot of the audiophile stuff gets really super expensive. Like there's a set of Sennheiser headphones that are considered some of the best headphones in the world. They come with their own tube amp, and it starts at $52,000.
Whoa. 52. Okay.
I kind of ran down the rabbit hole and found that was not really where I wanted to be. So I kind of reeled it back and found some cabling suggestions. I used some Rean connectors and some Mogami. I think that's... Yeah, some Mogami audio cable and speaker cable. Oh, no, microphone cable, sorry. And did some soldering work and was able to still have the function of the 6-foot long coil cable, as well as a shorter cable to be able to plug into, there we go, plug into my Bluetooth receiver and plug it into my headphones. So then I wear it, sits there. A little project.
Dude, so you don't have to wear... See, that's pretty cool. You don't have any cords hanging. It's like Bluetooth, right?
Yeah, it's not hanging. It's still a cord. There's part of me that wants to... I was looking up, hey, can I just get this outside piece here, or this can, and then I could try to mount it in some fashion into the head. I don't even know the correct term for all this, but the can body for the microphone, and then just have a little loop that came straight out. Little cleaner, a little sexier. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but rewired the whole headphone set and put a cable on there. It was a fun little project. I can't even tell you how many hours was in it. It wasn't too much though, but I had all the soldering equipment because I do drone work. Started building drones back in 2014 and kind of building that stuff up from scratch, along with other small electronics projects, radio restoration, all that kind of stuff. So if it's computer related or electronics related, I tend to find something I want to do, figure out how to do it, and get her done. So
it's fantastic, buddy. I'm impressed.
I don't know if it's something to be impressed with, but it's fun. It's exciting. It gets me excited.
It's funny you mentioned that, projects. I, on the other hand, I love to get into that stuff. I don't have a lot of time, but I will mention, now that my son is older in his lighten years here, he's we'll just play it out right now. He's 9 years old, and he's starting to play video games, which is pretty cool because I had a long hiatus there. I haven't had a lot of time to play video games, David, because, hey, let's be honest with you. I was trying to raise kids. I'm trying to start a career.
Oh, yeah, I understand,
I'm in the
100%.
lawn business, and I'm working 6 days a week, so there's not a lot of extra time there for me. So anyways, he's getting into the video game thing, and I'm thinking, man, these things are cool, the video games now. I mean, when I played, I was talking like, Nintendo F-Zero,
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation.
That was amazing.
Gran Turismo back in the, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep. Yeah, I understand.
I mean, I tore that game up. And so here we are. Let's fast forward 20 years, and I'm impressed. The video games now are off the chain. Like, graphics will blow your socks off. So anyways, my son introduces me to this game called Forza Motorsports. Hey, shout out to Xbox, man. You guys, you know what you're doing when it comes to race games. So anyways, he's got me playing these games with him, right? And you play online.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when we had like online 10 years, 20 years ago with that, AOL with the little right? Yeah. Well, now you push a button, boom, you're playing with 75 different people. I'm like, holy smokes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so anyways, we're playing these race car games, and of course, all the nostalgia is coming back like I was back in my teens and 20s. So I got ambitious this past week, and I employed my son, and we looked online, and we're looking at racing simulators.
Oh, man.
Right? Now, these things are cool. I mean, they range from $300-$400 all the way up to like, thousands of dollars, where you got.
Oh, yeah, you can spend endless money on that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these things got like butt kickers on them that you put under the seat and it vibrates. And then some of the really, really cool ones, you got like the VR glasses, and you got the seats that move left and right and stuff. And so anyways, I was like, nah. Let's be real here. I'm not going to spend this type of money on a simulator. So we got the idea. We looked it up. PVC. We're going to build our own.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
nice little frame.
I don't know if anybody remembers that show, Home Improvement, from back in the late 90s.
How could you forget it, man?
Tim the Tool Man. Right?
Hopefully that's not copyrighted or trademarked.
Right, yeah, please forgive us. And hey, Tim Allen, you slam dunk that roll, bud. And long story short, we're ambitious. I spent, like $100 on PVC, some lumber, some hardware. And we thought, we're going to turn this thing out in a day and we'll be racing. Well, it doesn't turn out like that. Let me tell you, then we get all these grand illusions. We're going to mod out the chair, and then before you know it, Dad's getting all like, I'm getting all involved now. Like, I'm like, we need to buy a steering wheel. I mean, come on, we're going to build a simulator. So I got me this Logitech steering wheel. It's got pedals, and
it's
I'm
got
like,
all the stuff.
And it's got these accessories. You buy the stick shift now. I'm like, oh, this is sweet. Okay, so I'm like, all right, what else are we going to do, Corbin, to make this cooler? And he goes, Dad, you got to make the seat vibrate. I'm like, what? We can make the seat vibrate? So I look online, Amazon Prime. Hey, Jeff Bezos, you the man. I don't care what you do. You got a cool program, buddy. And long story, I find out you got this a butt kicker 2. It's a game system. You hook it up to the bottom of your seat and it'll vibrate. Now, I haven't hooked all this thing up. We're still working on it. Like I said, this is a project that was supposed to be small and easy that turned into this massive.
You have a 10-year-old's imagination involved. It's going to go to the sky, man. Come on now.
Oh, yeah. And he's hitting all the buttons. Dad, you're the best. Come on, Dad. This is cool, man. I'll get in there and help you. So, here we are. 7 days in. We're almost done. It's being painted now. So tomorrow is the plan. We're going to head over to my parents' shop and finish it up. So I'm hoping this weekend I'll have us a racing simulator. So for anybody that's out there listening and wants to see this thing, I'll take a picture. And I'm sure David, he's really good at electronics. He'll find a way to have it flash on the screen somewhere, and I'll show you a simple project that went into a big project.
Yeah.
So anyways,
Well, that's why they start.
that was my project this week. It's building an actual racing simulator.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes. So I'm excited.
I understand the you went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
That's what happened. You went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, I didn't come out either.
That's with like the soldering and stuff like that. It started with an old 1955 radio, tube radio, all no circuit board. Everything's wire. Everything's got big old fat old paper capacitors, all that kind of stuff. And I was like, man, if I could figure out how all of this works, I could recap it, is what the term is called. Did a bunch of research. Was like, man, that would make this safe. I could use it. Well, I started that project. I have a terrible habit of starting projects and not always finishing them.
I think we all can relate
Except
to that
for
one.
finished project example. But started with that. Then it went to, drones. Man, that's really freaking cool. How am I going to do that? I don't have any money. I'm barely scraping money together for food, let alone anything else. eBay, sell things on eBay and raise money for your fun habits. And went down that track, sold a bunch of fun stuff, and was able to scrap myself together a drone and figure out how to solder and do all that kind of stuff. Got us a good soldering station, and it was just like one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And if I look back and I'm like, holy crap, how much money did I spend on all this stuff? Because, but it didn't happen all at once. It's piece by piece.
That's right.
And you build it up. And 10-year-old's always going to be like, man, what can we do?
That's right. And it's funny you mentioned eBay, because I scrounged through my house, and I went and I found we had a Nintendo Wii. We didn't even play. It was sitting in a cupboard. We had a PlayStation 3 I got from my brother, Sean. Thank you, buddy. I also had a 360, which I got for Christmas back, I don't know, 10 years ago.
A long time ago. That was one of your white elephant gifts.
Yeah, that's
or
right. It was a
like
white elephant.
Yeah.
And so I was able to...
Or a gift exchange.
Gift
That's
exchange.
what it was with your
That's
family.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So I ended up being able to trade a lot of my old stuff in to help, we'll just say help with the cost of this crazy project of mine.
The endeavor.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I understand.
Mhm.
We do what we can with the means that we've got, and always look on that positive side, because people can live within their means.
That's right.
There's a will. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
And you work with what you got, man. Work with what you got. So
Exactly. So anyways, David, so that's what we got going on here. I had some other fun notes I have on here. By the way, I got this new fancy iPhone XR because my poor iPhone 5 does not work anymore. So,
well, that's a serious upgrade. What is that, like 4 years?
That is 4 years.
Yeah.
And, I thought I was pretty proud of myself. I had this big old phone lasting this long. But, yeah, I ended up going on vacation a couple weeks ago. Or actually, it's been a couple months now. And went way up into the mountains. And it just zapped it, man. It was rather impressive. So,
altitude killed it, huh? I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah. So, anyways, any communication that week was going through the significant other.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
It was kind of weird not having a phone for a week, but at the same time, it was kind of liberating. That was because when we were growing up, I'm sure you remember we were rocking pagers.
I wasn't rocking Jack. I don't know about you.
I remember having a pager. That thing was cool, man.
Oh yeah, little single line digital readout.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I wanted one. I was like, man, that's so cool. I remember the first time I saw a cell phone that was thin, flip phone. I was like, what? Shut the front door. What's going on here?
That's right. What was it? It was like the Motorola Razor or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was the Oakley's dad.
That's right.
When I first saw it, was like the first generation Razor. and I fell out of my seat. I was like, holy crap, that thing's cool. So
that is cool.
What do you got next, man?
The only other thing I wanted to share, which I thought was pretty cool, is I've been introducing my kids to the old 80s nostalgia. And we've been watching some movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you've heard my little man going around quoting some Top Gun. But I watched this crazy little movie, Iron Eagle, man.
Oh, yeah.
Where, he's a practicing pilot. And he goes, and his dad goes overseas, and he gets captured. Yeah. And his kid somehow finds this old guy named Chappie.
Oh, Chappie.
Chappie is this energetic, veteran of the war. He's still out there flying airplanes, and this young kid convinces Chappie to go help him save his dad. Now he's got all these friends in the Air Force, and he's connected. This 16-year-old kid is connected in the Air Force, and he finds a way to get this fighter jet full of bullets and missiles and all sorts of jazz. And he and Chappie, they fly over to, I don't know, Baghdad or Afghanistan or, wherever it is, and they go and save his dad. This is a great 80s movie, man. Iron Eagle. I mean, I'm telling you.
That is a classic.
If anybody that's watches 80s movies, you've had to see Iron Eagle.
It sounds really familiar, and I don't know if I've seen it, but it sounds really familiar, so I may have to borrow it from you, man.
Dude, let me tell you. Amazon Prime. It's on there, bro.
Nice. Even better.
And so I'm watching this thing, and so I'm gonna make Corbin watch this. I'm gonna make my son watch this. It's time for him to introduce him to Iron Eagle, because while he's playing it, dude, when this kid in this movie's flying airplanes, dude, he's jamming to Queen.
Oh,
One
nice.
Vision, dude. Oh man, one of my favorite Queen songs, right there.
Yeah, it's great.
And he's got a bunch of other, just what do you call it? Those guys with the big rocking hair.
Those 80s hair bands.
Hair bands.
Oh yeah, hair bands.
Yes, that's it. He's jamming to these hair bands, dude.
That's hilarious.
Flying jets, saving pops with Chappie.
With Chappie and the hair bands.
Yeah, so
and Queen.
We will be watching that here real soon. It's gonna be awesome.
Nice. I know that one of the last 80s movies that I watched with my kids was Short Circuit, and they lost their minds. They loved it so much. And
Johnny Number 5.
Oh yeah, I remember how much I loved it. So when I saw it in my parents' DVD and Blu-ray collection, I was like, oh, this one needs to come out. They're gonna love it. And I don't know about you, but it always blows me away the differences between a PG movie in the 1980s and a PG movie now, and a PG-13 movie in the 1980s and a PG-13 movie now. It's a huge difference. Well, there wasn't a PG-13 in the 1980s, which is the reason why they were all PG. That's right.
Oh,
good. I've forgotten about that.
That's some good
correct
nuggets.
Me if I'm wrong, but that's what I thought I remembered Mary telling me.
And
my wife. She knows everything.
Oh. I remained silent.
Remember, happy wife,
happy life.
That's right. So, yeah, a Short Circuit. What else? We watched The Goonies. All of us watched The Goonies a while ago. Awesome movie.
You can't leave out the original Nintendo movie, The Wizard.
Oh, I saw that in a theater back in the day, man.
Yes.
That was awesome. Wanted a Power Glove.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted it so bad.
It's so bad.
No need for it at all. So
we watched that one. Other than and then another classic one we watched with my kids. I know Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
I'm a racing fan. So we had to incorporate some racing movies in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's still quoting from Top Gun. Just tonight when we had our dinner this evening with all the kids, he was quoting Top Gun. I was like,
gotcha.
I
was wondering.
Awesome.
I was wondering where that was coming from. So.
Yep. He likes Goose. Poor Goose.
He got the shaft in.
He got the shaft.
Yeah. What can we say there?
Yeah. So, all right, David. Well, what else, man? Should we just end it right here?
Kind of feels that way.
It does. I think we'll pick it up here in about 2 weeks or so. We'll come back on here and talk about whatever jazz that's going on.
Yeah, talk about the
any funny news you hear.
Dogs peeing in the yard.
Dogs peeing in the yard. People driving over your yard. That might be a good discussion for next time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
A little public service announcement.
Positive ways to discourage, maybe?
Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I love
Since
it.
we want to keep it positive.
Yes, keep it positive. If you're looking for somebody to go bashing, this is the wrong show.
We're going to... There's enough of that in the world. We don't need to hear anybody else doing it.
That's right.
We want to bring the joy instead of the hate.
That's right. Well, David, till next time, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congratulations. Fun times.
Congratulations to you as well.
All right. Take care, buddy.
See you.